So I've been thinking, I've been on YouTube now for more than 3 years, more than 4 years. And I don't exactly feel successful on YouTube. Now, I made this video, I don't know, maybe a year ago saying that I don't really care about being YouTube famous or anything like that. And that is still very much true. But I guess my measure of success for YouTube is that I find success on YouTube in order to maybe make YouTube another avenue of financial gain, specifically. You know, if the channel could get monetized, if maybe we could get some sponsors, and things like that. And I know people probably tie a lot up into that. And I don't really want to tie a lot into that because I have to be honest, I've been blessed. God's taken really good care of me, I would say. And I appreciate all of that because it's not easy to live life. But am I optimizing my life? Do I have alternative streams of income as to where if something were to happen in one area, the other area can pick up? And the other thing is I really enjoy creating content. I really enjoy creating storylines and narratives and so on and so forth. And what if I could create enough cash flow that would allow me to be able to go out there and create more passion projects, tell more stories that I want to tell? What kind of stories would those be? You know, and I think one thing that I'm working on in life is to gain and grow that financial independency in a sense of really getting to a place where, you know, financially I can take that focus and channel my focus into, I guess, these other passion projects that I want to do. And not have to worry so much about some of the other things that are going on in life. So I asked myself, why isn't this really working? Why isn't YouTube really working? And I realized there's like really 5 things that are really kind of holding me back a little bit. And I want to kind of just talk about and acknowledge those 5 things and then kind of see about what we can do or what I can do specifically to change that. So the first thing is consistency. Let's talk about consistency a little bit from the standpoint of being consistent on YouTube means that you're consistently uploading every single day or every single week, or you have some type of a consistent schedule where your viewers, your subscribers can come back and they know that you're producing things consistently. And yeah, I haven't been the most consistent. I jump on YouTube and I make a great video. It seems like it's getting popular, it's taking off, and then I disappear for, you know, a month or 2 at a time. And I realize a lot of people have this problem with consistency, and I think that comes down to perfectionism. You want to make some content that is going to deliver at a high level, I guess. And if you can make some content that's going to deliver at a high level, 1, something that you're proud of yourself, 2, there's a sense of creating something that other people enjoy, other people gain value from. And that's hard to do. So consistency, but consistency really builds trust with the algorithm that, hey, this guy's going to be here. He's going to show back up, pretty much consistently. If I could say what I am consistent at is I'm consistently going to post something every single year, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos, not a lot. But I need to increase that, and I think that's where I'm at right now. So the next thing is going to be overthinking. I find myself overthinking everything. Is this the right lighting? Is this the right setup? Do I have the right backdrop? Not just for me, really, but for you guys too, but also for myself, I'm not necessarily that worried about being judged. But realistically, I want to set something up that looks aesthetically pleasing. It takes work to really make that happen. That means, hey, if your space is a mess, you got to take time to clean it up. And how can I make my space more efficient so that way I can be more consistent? And so that way I'm not overthinking about the mess that I have in the background of my shot, right? So I guess all those things add into it. So perfectionism. I like to spend a lot of time tweaking and editing the music and improving those skill sets. Instead of having this idea that done is better than perfect, sometimes I just get stuck, honestly, right? So I guess my new goal is to finish more and overthink less. So the third reason why I think that I'm struggling here on YouTube is because of mixed messaging. YouTube really likes it if you're really niche down. And I've never really been that person. I'm doing too much. I got a lot of things going on. I'm at school. I'm operating a business. I help other people out with their businesses. I have some real estate clients, and it's a lot for a person like myself to get onto YouTube because I'm not really focused on one thing all the time. And of course, I love camera gear and videos and content creation and all that other stuff. I like to create more for myself and more to document a journey. But I think it would be good. I think there's a lot of value in, putting more things out there for that consistency and for the sake of, hey, let's be real, let's be intentional. It would be nice to have some monetization coming from another source. So another area where I think we all struggle at on YouTube, and if you guys are relating to some of this content, definitely drop a comment down below. But another area where I think things become difficult at is real life, right? I've seen a couple creators here on YouTube that have unfortunately lost people. They themselves have had cancer or things like that have happened. And you're not going to be that consistent when life starts hitting you, but I mean, those are really serious and dramatic things, but just everyday life is difficult. If you have a job outside of YouTube, if you work, if you go to school, and I'm raising my hand at all those things because those are all things that I struggle with is job, school, work, kids. So, I guess YouTube is not always high on my priority list, but in 2025, I believe it needs to be if this is something that I really actually want to keep doing and something that I can measure by, because I've made money on YouTube, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't through monetization. It's because people found me. Maybe they want to do business with me or something like that. So I guess I could look at that as another way of monetization. I guess a really big final thought that I have, final reason why I have as far as success on YouTube is thinking about maybe I've been ignoring what's working, right? And, I'll post to make a video about a camera rig video and that video will do well, or maybe it's a lighting video. And then I post a video like this and it won't do as well. Or at least from far as I could tell, a lot of times they don't do well. We'll see what this one does. But because I don't really want to make content that's tied around views, and I feel like that's forced me to, but maybe I don't have to make all my content strategized tied around that. And I can give you guys the opportunity to know who I am and build content that I think eventually will probably be more beneficial to you guys than just some of the camera content that I create. So yeah, that's a challenge. I think probably one of the biggest ones is probably for me is going to be the niching down strategy. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to niche down. So I'm going to accept the fact that I'm not niching down, and I'm going to build a brand and content that's really based more around myself. And yeah, I'm going to still talk about lighting and still talk about cameras, and I'm still going to talk about tripods and things like that. But that is just not all of me, right? That's just not everything that I have here to come on YouTube and talk about. There's nothing wrong with specializing and honing your focus if you're that person. And maybe at one point in time you were that person, and you see so many YouTubers get on YouTube and they transition. They were talking about camera gear, now they're talking about other things, business and how to grow on YouTube strategies and so many different things other than what they came on YouTube originally to talk about. So I kind of don't want to grow and get known as one specific thing. And I guess that's also another fear about the niche, is that because I don't want to be boxed in. I don't want to be put into that proverbial box. So I guess in closing, the this isn't really a video I'm coming here really to give up, but just to speak and say, hey, there's more we can do out there. There's more that I can do out there to be more successful on this platform, especially if that's my intention. And also, if you've been feeling the same way, guess what, brother? You're not alone, or sister. You're not alone in that space, because, you know, we're all out here kind of doing the same thing. And maybe if we build a community, you know, we could build a bridge and we could all talk and communicate. And so I'm building a new rhythm. If you guys are digging it, feel free, come by, stick around. We're going to keep building this community. All those that have subscribed to this channel, believe me, it's a few hundred, 300, 400 subscribers. I'm ecstatic about that. I'm so happy about that. So like I said, I've never gotten on here to be YouTube famous, but but I appreciate you guys, the ones that have come on and left positive comments, or have dropped some knowledge in the comments and things like that. I appreciate you guys a lot. So stick around, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be building more content here in 2025. We're going to be building more content here going through 2026, and we're just going to talk about things. I'm kind of letting some of my other channels sit for a while and put most of my content here. Again, if you don't know who I am, I guess I probably should introduce myself at the beginning of the video, but I'm Osias. And thank you guys for sticking around. Peace.